Hey guys, Crew Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron.
And we are back with Arrow. You unprofessional
I'm going
son
to
of a bitch.
Patreon. You did it in the middle of my Patreon rotation.
On your phone while we're on camera, Aaron.
Patreon. Well, we gotta go to Patreon. Because
that's where the poll is.
A poll.
Last time on Arrow, we had more of the things going on, which are, but we did have some cool stuff like William figuring out that Oliver is still the Arrow and kind of accepting it.
Yeah, and there was the Boots. Boots is dead.
Boots is dead. Vigilante shot Boots.
Dora's gonna be mad.
Huh?
I mean, Caden James is gonna be mad.
Yeah, Caden James will be mad, not Dora. But we did have a poll last time, and that was about the Vigilante, I believe.
Do you feel like you can trust the Vigilante, Vincent Sobel Vigilante?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you can trust that Vincent Sobel Vigilante is on the protagonist side?
Yeah.
Okay. I got confused in the middle of
You were very confused. It's okay. It's okay, Aaron. I read it correctly. You just read it wrong.
I think you need a comment somewhere.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah, all right. We didn't check the button. No, we did. Yes, I trust him 39%. No, I don't trust him at 60%.
60%, so
60-40 pretty much.
Gotcha.
I gotta scroll.
Let's see what people were saying.
I gotta scroll. Andrew says, I trust that he loves Dinah unconditionally, so I trust he would never hurt her.
Yeah.
Spartan says, no, I think this is a way for him to keep tabs on the second team.
Yeah. Okay. Can see that. It's one of those things where it's like, if that's the case, then has he been like this entire time he's been here, or was he turned, or, you know?
Like I Am Groot says, it could be a long con, but I like him so much better as a good guy.
Sure, yeah.
You know, Vigilante might not be really good, but good.
Good.
Matt says, no, he's a liar and a vigilante.
Vigilante.
Cameron says, I don't trust him yet, but Curtis and the new team trusting Vigilante over still not trusting Oliver yet is kind of stupid.
Agreed. Very agreed. But, like I said last week, there's a lot of stupid going on.
I mean, let's see, Dobby says they still trust Oliver's intel, and they work with him when they have to. They just don't feel comfortable working for him.
Sure.
Raphael says, everything in the episode was telling me to trust him. So I don't.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Frank Pike.
Yeah. Man, they killed Pike. I mean, it certainly made Caden James way more threatening with that, but I just didn't want to lose Pike to that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then Christopher also said, I'd trust he is against Caden, but not that he is with Team Arrow.
Gotcha. Or new Team Arrow.
Or any Arrows.
Or just not Team Arrow.
Yeah. Or Outsiders.
No, it's not that.
Or
there's a comic.
Team Canary. Or the Terrific Team.
None of those
Wild Dogs.
I like that. That's not bad. Wild Dogs!
Your city's entire infrastructure is under my control. Buildings, institutions.
There's a bad guy with a giant bomb. And these two teams can't just say, fuck it, let's fix it.
Nope. They need to trust, Aaron. Trust is important. More important than the city.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
No, just some weird feedback.
Are your comms line of sight?
No, we're patched in.
You gotta get those things off! Hey! Gotta get the other divers out of the water!
What the hell? What were they doing?
Huh? They were coming in. They couldn't see him.
They drowned now.
They got electrocuted to death.
And drowned.
Oh, that one got in drowned.
If I was getting electrocuted, I'd be like, oh! And I'd drink as much water as I could.
What? That's always your answer.
$70 million.
Laurel?
Did you see him do that? Okay. She probably saw him go,
right?
Shit.
Do you trust me?
What? Do you trust me? Then jump!
No!
You're jumping.
His face is fucked up.
Or a magic carpet. What's wrong with that?
Does that answer your question?
No?
I mean, I'm Horny? So yes. Central City 5 years ago.
What? Oh, we're falling back
Yeah.
in with the.
His face is fine now. I kiss him.
I saw them like.
Sorry, Mike.
Don't be sorry.
Hey,
Just don't be
sing.
late. Vincent Sobel. Meet Dinah Drake.
Dinah Drake.
We are going on a honeymoon, right?
Aruba.
Aruba. Ooh.
Aruba. Isn't that where you found Caesar?
Split the city in half with the other team.
Yeah. Maybe.
Divide and Conquer is not getting us any closer to finding King James. Our sector has been quiet for a few hours.
Let's text John the location.
Have they shared Vigilante's allegiances? They were going to share information, weren't they? They didn't.
Uh oh. So what's going on with this? Whoa, that was so good. I love that. He's come out of the darkness, Eric. Like Batman. And then he disappeared. Like Batman. And then our arrow's gonna drop down on him.
They use this alley a lot.
You going somewhere?
He's here for a meet with us.
He's undercover with James's group.
We were gonna tell you guys
But you didn't.
eventually.
What the fuck? Fuck you guys. Fuck this trust thing. Fuck everything!
I can't believe that you had time
Your shirt was sticking up. Now it's back up.
That's a good thing I heal fast.
Vince,
What about your face?
may I speak with you, please?
Well, what if you send the teams, do a distraction, pull off the units, send him in as a secret dude?
If they knew where it was, then he would take out the bomb, right?
That's what I had to.
Not gonna work for us? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you should try to find one way.
They all think I'm just trying to get at your parents.
Well, if only wishing made it so.
Told you to use some titties.
If you're wrong, he's dead.
Can't believe that worked. Figure a genius would have a better
Okay,
password.
Vince, you're in the red zone. Just let the sniffer do its thing.
Join us in 5.
Absolutely.
I figure Caden would be able to
Amazing. Yeah, we'll engrave your Oscar when you're out of the building.
detect the
Heading out now.
radio signal or something.
With his mind?
No, coming from his thing. No, just that he figured out his Argus guys.
Oh,
You know?
please, your final offer is never really final, Sean.
What's that? Rooting out a traitor?
Anatoly, dang it.
How'd he sneak up behind
Knock up
him?
on him.
You snuck up.
Sure has a lot of junk in his
Jesus.
chromosomes of type A as you say he is.
Well, brilliant people are often
Hey,
slobs.
that's the
So I
Helix
tell
girl.
myself.
Yep. I think I need your help.
Show off? I can't even get a date.
Yeah, how much longer do I gotta be here? Because I'm starting to get PTSD.
Maybe now.
Shut
Hopefully
the
less.
fuck
Head
up.
back to Helix. I should have heard from Vince by now.
I'll go with you.
I can't even stand being in this untrustworthy place.
That's what this is for.
Oh no. Yeah.
Such a creep.
What is she doing? How does all Kate and James's people just get to walk around with no one knowing what they're doing?
She's stalking him, dude. Wait. What is this?
He did say that she was getting in position or something, didn't they?
Wait, don't go, please. And I see a hero. You just need to see it too.
Is it?
I like that. Mask on the face.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but I think I just saw my daughter in her eyes.
You did it. Shined right into her face. He did.
I saw my daughter in her face. Yeah, it's her face on her face.
He did.
Then we need everybody. Agreed?
Trust.
Where's Vincent?
What's that? It's Vince. He just activated his comms.
Stops. Once I have my hands.
No, Bomber Vincent.
Dinah.
You're not talking about it, just Curtis.
We know.
We're going with you.
That's why we're coming with you.
All right.
You're our family too.
Split the team.
We'll say Vince.
Or put the
You gotta
team
say the city.
back to whatever.
We're not gonna be able to cover the bomb's location without the manpower.
This close.
Looks like you have to figure out a way, boss.
What's that noise? There's people.
I'm a ninja.
Oh, there's someone in here. Whoa, shit, he just got out of that. That guy just didn't shoot.
That sucks. Holy shit, you're up. Holy shit, I'm down. Oh, that was cool. Remember, they're rubber.
Hey, they did another one of those things.
Oh my god.
Hello, Capuchon. Why else I give you a choice? Find bomb or save?
Run!
Go, I'll take care of them.
He got out.
Why are you here? No, don't. How can I know? Bombs, guns, shit.
Smart work activating your cone.
I didn't.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Whoa. Whoa. Whack. Ooh, hey. Good. Good.
I like the moon in the background.
Yeah, it looks great.
Or Death Star.
Moon. West God damn. Trap arrows, all of them.
Oh shit! He just busts through with it. Come on now, really? Damn it.
I'll get you, friend.
Oh, I highly doubt that.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Gosh.
Did she blast it off?
I am begging you. Please.
This is the particle accelerator. Tachyons! Dead man!
Scream that board off you or something.
All those push-ups you can't lift a tree. Oh, fuck!
The exploding from the inside.
Doesn't look too happy with herself.
Will he heal? Or no?
We don't know the extent of his healing. Where have you two been?
Oh my god.
Who are all the people who said we couldn't trust him? And that pole.
I don't know.
You.
She hasn't
I don't think we
moved but
trust
said a
himself.
word in over an
I think
hour.
it's all big elaborate plan to kill him.
Video of his son's murder.
Okay.
It's Caden's son, on post.
Guess we know why he hates you so much.
This is fabricated. It didn't happen.
This could not have been you. You were in Hub City.
Yeah, but Odin Pulse was still murdered, supposedly by the Green Arrow.
I know how badly you want to believe in this and believe in her.
News that she's a killer.
Seriously, Quentin, I really do too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
And what do you think that showing that slideshow would change her or something?
No, the matchbox. Oliver?
You could tell by that untrustworthy face.
You shouldn't be here.
Diana, please give me a chance to explain.
You lost that right when you decided to leave Vince on his own to die.
I'm truly sorry about what happened to Vince.
I'm going to kill every last one of them. Starting with Laurel.
Okay. All right, well, what do you think?
I think Oliver made the right decision. I think having like him go in so they can find the bomb and then get caught, where they had a chance to get the bomb to save the city, versus the guy who said, "I'll go in even though it's dangerous."
Because that's the job. That's the risk we all take every day when we go out. Because we could die at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like hasn't there been times in the past where it's been like lots of people are one person, and usually Oliver makes the decision of like saving more, even if it's a hard decision.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of a specific
I
situation.
mean, I know that it's going to be like, well, Dinah's in duress. I mean, her love has just died, and she's not going to be thinking clearly and all that stuff. And it's like, all right, well, how many weeks are we going to have where people are not thinking clearly? And then, yeah, so, I mean, but I mean, I get that. I just like the whole team split thing. I don't particularly enjoy watching it.
I mean, this episode, I didn't think it was too bad, with the exception of I just hated Wild Dog's PTSD thing.
I mean, I hate everything about the split. It affects every scene that they have.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't bother me as much as just
like
that moment. Like,
well, I'm saying,
they came
like,
in and said we need to work together. They said yes. I mean, I can kind of understand the Vince split thing. I mean, it's kind of, but I think that they made the wrong choice.
Mm-hmm. Why did it have to be? We all have to go for the bomb, or we all have to go for Vince. Like, you know, I know that they split it, but like that was like the contention in the beginning that gave rise to the tension in this last scene.
I mean, I don't think it was all one or all the other. The thing with the bomb is that it was a big location, right?
Well, no, they actually said like we all need to go here, like all of us, and then she was like, if all of us need to go for Vince, like that was in the beginning of the scene.
She said all of us need to go for Vince?
She said all of us need to go for Vince.
Okay. I mean, the bomb one was a big facility, but
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yes, you did.
Because
I just felt like it was like, well, obviously something's going to go wrong, and now one's going to blame the other when that doesn't go, you know. Oliver didn't blame her, you know, for the one thing. But she definitely blames Oliver now. So I was like, oh, here we go. More of the drama. I don't know. I particularly don't love watching that. There's other parts of the show that I really love. I love Anatoly. I like Caden James. I like the Cabal. I love the Laurel stuff. I just think that I personally, just as we're watching the shows, have not enjoyed the team split drama stuff and everything it's caused.
I think they're pushing right now towards a Siren v Canary, and maybe turning Dinah darker, where maybe getting Siren lighter.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like in the last scene with Dinah, I felt like she's going more of like, well, I'm going to kill everybody.
Yeah, I get that.
You know,
because Laurel killed.
We're picking more up from Laurel right now, of like more of second guessing and, you know, is this what I should do kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though she did like kill Vince, which maybe she, I don't know. We said before we don't know the extent of his healing.
Yeah.
Like, what if he could heal from this?
He could be alive.
And he knows about it, and this was all like a ploy of some sort.
Yeah, like Wild Dog's like, he's gone. I'm like,
how do you know?
You know, and he could be back. And I will say, I actually do like that his death and in his like honor or what he stood for has made her darker. I like that. I just don't like the cause of what all this is stemmed from, which was the silly split. But I do like that. You know, I love the Laurel stuff and Lance stuff. However, I do feel like it just kind of happened versus like something causing it. You know, does that make sense? Like she's just like, now she's following you, and now she's like this, and then he's like, oh, man, she's getting better. I'm gonna show her these pictures. What? She killed somebody? Well, I mean, hasn't she killed like a lot of people since she's been here? Did he think that like showing her pictures made her a better person?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to hear. Maybe he wants to hear more that she's changing rather than like, oh, she hasn't changed.
Yeah.
We might just it just happened.
I don't know. I feel like there needed to be more of some kind of thing to make her start to change. I mean, it feels like she's seen Lance a couple of times, and now she's starting to change. Is that what it is?
No. We had Lance get captured, and there was the big talk of with like the cake and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That was more of a reaching out to her. Now I think that she's. I think that was a big like step into like her as a person. And then now she's like in this state where she's like thinking and second guessing things. Mm-hmm. And like in that, she was like, man, I should talk to him. I don't want to talk to him, but she doesn't know what to do. That's why whenever he cornered her, she's like, this is a mistake, and tries to leave.
Yeah.
Then she gets freaked out and leaves anyway.
So it comes down to this guy misses his daughter, I miss my dad, and they're kind of not using each other, but kind of seeing each other in that light, and that's what's causing her to reform.
Kinda.
Because her dad died
when she was young.
very young. She never had that relationship. She's seeing this relationship, a life she never had, a life of a person that we don't know how close they are. We know that doppelgangers can be insanely different, you know.
But I mean, if her dad would have lived, could she have been the same Laurel that we had before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now that she has her dad there, I mean, she still had the love for when he was little, and then she drifted into what she became, but could she revert back to more of what she was before?
Yeah.
And I think she's just in like this second guessing period about what she is. And that's why, like, she's still killed because, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm loyal to him and I'm bad and I'm doing this, but she had that hesitation there.
No, yeah.
And I think that's...
he doesn't know that, of course. It just seemed like... It's like, well, I mean, she is a killer. I mean, you haven't... Like, you showed her, like, some pictures. You haven't really done much. It's not like she's reformed now. He just seemed, like, so devastated by the news or something that she killed. It's like, well, yeah, man, it's not that easy.
Yeah. So he shouldn't have been devastated? He should have been like, yeah, all right.
No, obviously not.
I'm just trying to think of what the other option is of, like, she killed Vince and be like, okay. Or, like, it's like, I feel like he thinks he's trying to get through to her and that it's working and stuff. And then he hears that and he's like, well, maybe it's not working. Like what Theo was saying, like, maybe there isn't good in her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she killed again, but he doesn't know about the hesitation and stuff she has.
Sure.
So maybe everything he's thinking about is like, you know, what Theo was saying is like, it's not doing anything. Like there is no good in her. What we're trying to do is there's no reason to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's like, and then his more like sad and devastation is based on like there is no good inside of her that we're trying to reach to, even though he thought so much that there was. Could be more of that.
Yeah.
Not the she's killing still. You know. If she was like, you know, I don't know if Dinah could see, but if Dinah would be like, he told her to kill, and then he had to, you know, tell her to kill because she's loyal, right? You know, that kind of thing. Like I doubt she said that. She was just like she killed her.
Sure.
You know.
I think it's just the nature of the story this season where I'm like, when I'm thinking of the team that's split and it's like they need to get back together, but they won't. But they need to get back together, but they won't. We need to get back together, but they won't. And then like with the Laurel thing, it's like we can redeem her, but she's bad. But we can redeem her, but she's bad. Like maybe I'm just so tired at one aspect. I was kind of unfairly being tired of that one too.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how. I feel like she can be redeemed, but like, what's the process got to be? Like when can it happen that it's like this feels natural, or it's been too long, or like, you know, like if you just showed her those pictures and she was just good, she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
would
that be like, well, that would be easy.
Yeah, that would be
you know?
very silly.
Yeah,
it's almost silly to try it. You know.
So, like it's like, well, at what point does she finally say, okay, yeah, I don't want to be Black Siren, I'd rather be Black Canary.
I did love the. And maybe this is kind of the root of the problem Lance is going to have. He literally was projecting Laurel onto her, you know, like he was. I loved that shot. It's like you're trying to make her something she isn't right now.
Yeah,
could she be? We don't know. I would like to have some kind of redemption plot. You know, and we've talked about, well, what does that mean? Do we have two Black Canaries? You know. No, but what happens with Dinah when she goes down this path?
I mean, yeah, is she taking a dark path, and that's going to open the spot for it, you know?
Yeah.
Could we... I mean, maybe Lance can realize that, you know, she's not the same. I mean, this is my little girl, and I would like to have this with you, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, like, you could be part of this.
I mean, he obviously knows he can't replace her.
Yeah.
Because that's just an insult to her memory if you're trying to replace her with a copy, you know? But I mean, all the stuff that he like sees that's good in her is only about, you know, he's talking about Laurel, his daughter, and stuff. Like, if she were to be redeemed, is it literally like having a carbon copy? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, she needs to be her own person. But how does that work? And this all stems from just what's cool with Black Canary, you know? We have a new captain, Captain Hill.
Yeah.
I wrote down Alex Scott, the Argus guy, but didn't need to do that.
Don't matter.
So they were able to get a message out. Argus showed up in the small window that they would be
it was
visible.
like a 10-minute window when like they said satellites weren't to be watching that section of the bay.
Caden was just watching anyway, and he shocked them all.
Well,
why does everything have such lethal electricity?
I don't know if he was watching or if he just saw, because they said they were connected into Like they weren't line of sight like communications.
Yeah.
They were connecting like the network.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Argus 1, Argus 2. Oh, what are these? Shock them.
Like whack-a-mole.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, when it comes to like the government, there's literally nothing anybody can do. Is what they're saying.
I guess not. Everything's blocked. All transportation is locked out. However that happens.
Yeah.
It just is. I don't know. I don't know. I understand a tunnel being collapsed.
I mean, he does
like
the bomb.
That
That's
can
the
make
thing.
sense. Yeah. And like
It's
you said,
exactly like Bane in The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you said about that before. Like Bane had a bomb and stuff like that. So maybe it's like you guys all come in, then I'm gonna blow it up. And if you guys try to sneak in, well then I'll just kill you. I don't know. Some kind of deterrence.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Comes when they run out of money.
They're almost out of money. Right?
Yeah, he's like, I get $10,000. Not enough.
That's not enough. Go find $10 million. Okay, I'll go find it. Where'd the guy go when he walks out? Just
looking around, opening couches up and stuff. No, I thought like before when Vince was there, they were talking about stuff, and it's like if we go in after Caden, he'll blow the bomb.
Yeah.
We got to find the bomb first. And I thought Vigilante was there when they were saying it too. So then whenever they have Vigilante and they're torturing him, they're gonna go after where he is and Caden James is anyway. Still possible we could blow the bomb, and then I feel like what if they found him, got him out of there, and he was just like, and just blew them all up.
Right.
Like, well, that was for nothing.
Yeah.
We all died for nothing.
When Caden was talking about, like, I knew I shouldn't have bought it, you know, I never really bought in, like, all in to your joining us.
Yeah.
I just think, like, because the first thing us and our viewers and everybody said is, why is Vigilante there? Why would you ever buy in at all to him joining you? I mean, granted, he's a vigilante, so he's a criminal in that respect, but he's a vigilante fighting crime, and you're a crime cabal. And he's joining you because he's a vigilante and he's a criminal?
I mean, if you're looking for people that dislike Oliver Queen, and some people join in, and the way Caden is, I think he thinks that he's smarter than they are anyway, and he's a step ahead of everybody. Maybe he just thought, like, well, if you try to betray me, I'll know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It seemed a little silly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, if you had your doubts in the beginning, like, why'd you let him in? But
yeah,
maybe you're like, well, prove himself. We'll see what happens.
And now
No,
there's
I'll
somebody else that's tricking Caden.
Supposedly, but all that's left is Laurel, Dragon, and Anatoly, right?
I think it's Dragon.
I mean, who else could it be?
I don't think it's Laurel. It's too
they had
obvious.
To fake evidence.
Yeah. Literally everybody, because even Anatoly, I actually liked the little thing they had where it's like, I thought you were an honorable man. He's like, I gave you choice.
Yeah, that's why.
That was funny. I kind of wish Anatoly still had a little bit of that comedy, but by nature of what he's doing this season, he's lost any of that lightheartedness he's had. So he still feels weird. So I can still see him doing some kind of betrayal. I could definitely see Dragon being a guy that's taking over, and I can see Laura doing it.
I said before too. I was like, the element of having a bunch of criminals on a team is that like you can't trust anyone with a bunch of criminals on a team.
You can. They trusted Boots, and he's dead.
Well, that was Caden's dude before.
He's the best dude.
You know.
R.I.P. Boots, man. He was the one guy that's probably not going to betray Caden. But he's dead. Poor Boots.
I will say that while, like, I don't like necessarily how, like, how Dinah's been a bit lately, I think as for the actress, like, I think she's doing a good job as far as portraying the emotions
of what they're giving her. No, yeah, I agree.
Like, maybe I don't agree with the writing, but I think the actress is doing a good job.
I've always felt that way. Anytime I've ever had a problem with error writing, I've always thought, well, the actors are doing a great job.
Like the fact that I could tell that it was Oliver based on her facial expressions.
Exactly,
like,
of course.
You know, she's expressing exactly what she should be expressing in the situation of what we know and what's being written. That's how I feel like that character would look.
Yeah.
At Oliver.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I like that. I think we've had almost every episode a transition where a character walks up to the camera and it transitions from the black of their shadow over the camera
into the next
shot. Like, I think it's been every episode this season. Maybe. But I just wonder if I ever get tired of like, all right, walk in the camera. You know, because that's what you have to do pretty much. It's cool seeing Captain Singh in here from Flash.
Yeah,
I like that. A little tie-in, seeing him again.
Do you think there could be a trick, or do you think Vince is dead?
It literally could be either one, and it would.
I'm saying, if he came back, I wouldn't be like, oh, what?
Yeah, I'd be like, well, that makes sense. It takes a while after your brain gets scrambled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, could there be some kind of big thing where for some reason this was something Caden wanted, and Vince was part of that, and it worked, and now we're led to believe this is what's going on. But
So you're
really,
saying he comes back, and now they all completely trust him because he died for the cause, but Caden is actually using that. This was all a big plan just to get more trust.
To get something.
Caden's greatest weapon isn't hacking. It's making people doubt other people.
Yeah. It's just having this constant betrayal and people not trusting the team. And
it's possible that he's being messed with.
Yeah. Like maybe this whole time, maybe Vince Vigilante wasn't a traitor.
Yeah.
Maybe this is part of Caden James' plan and someone else is the traitor. Or maybe Vigilante's just dead.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get
I just want to, it was just talking about, like, what is the extent of his healing?
We might have to have another Vigilante poll. Will we see Vigilante again? Is he dead or alive?
I just don't know. I feel like the usage that we had of Vigilante, like we could have had a little bit more from him, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
We had a little bit from him last season, and then we had this season, and we're episode 11?
12.
12? So we're like mid-season, and he's gone.
Sure.
Like,
no, I get you.
Because he just kind of disappeared last season, remember? They threw him off a building, and you like never saw him again.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. So, I don't know. I'm just wondering if maybe there's something more that might happen.
One thing I did like, and this is actually a real skill, because you know who Mike Rowe is? Mike Rowe, I think is his name. He's the Dirty Jobs guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He, he did a lot of voiceover work for commercials and books and audio stuff. He has the same thing that Vigilante has. You can listen to somebody say something and say it back perfectly as they're still saying it. So it's like you would have to just be like delayed like a second after what I'm saying and be able to match it perfectly and make it sound like a conversation or a statement, you know? Mike Rowe can do that. There's a video online where some guy, he's doing an audiobook and some guy is reading it. Rather than him like actually reading it and doing it like that, he can just listen and repeat what the guy is saying, you know, in his headphones. And they show it so that you're hearing the guy and him, and then they have it just hearing him. It sounds like he's perfect diction, perfect like saying what he's supposed to be saying. It's just a skill he has. It's pretty fucking amazing. They say it takes like 20-30% of the work. Like you don't have to stay there that long because he can just listen to this guy talk and do it. You know, It's kind of crazy, but Vince did it here. Felicity was saying, and he was saying it perfectly. Is that what they do
for like Dirty Jobs or whatever? Or?
They don't do it for Dirty Jobs. It's just a skill he has separately.
Oh, I was wondering, like, instead of him having to like learn about something like that and then use a script, they just have like an earpiece in him and some guys just telling him what he's on, like walking around like, now you know whenever you're doing this.
No, it's just a thing. It's a skill he has in the recording booth, but Vince pulled that off because Felicity was saying very complex stuff, and he's saying it while she's still talking. You know, so it's just a skill certain people have. It's pretty cool to watch, but. You know, just think about having to do that.
We should try that sometime.
Yeah.
All of us just try it, see what happens. I know some people like on Discord, like whenever an echo of their own voice happens to come through, and it's like that weird delay, like people just stop and freeze or something like that. But as far as like listening to someone else say something, I don't know. It'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting to try. That's all I have.
All right.
Actually, no. I made a little mark right here. That bar that went through him was bent at the side.
Oh yeah.
So it like went in. Pushed all the way through. So if they took his body, they had to have been like, he'd have been stuck.
I'm gonna go to Q&As. Don't stop that. Allison P says, "What did you think of the imagery when Black Siren has a projection of Black Canary perfectly matched on her face?"
I loved it. Not just because it's, you know, you could take it so many different ways. The way I kind of took it was, it's Lance putting Laurel's face on somewhere it doesn't belong. Almost.
Yeah. Well, you said projecting your daughter onto not your daughter.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because it was projector.
Yeah.
And then she got mad and went blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Yes.
I liked it.
It was good. I wrote down somewhere. Oh, no. I wrote down Laurel, and then you said it in the thing, and I put ... Edwin B., if immortal, but you still feel pain, how much torture do you think you could take before breaking? Also, if not immortal, how long till breaking?
I mean, what he said there is right. You know, people get tortured all the time and they don't die.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, granted, they get fucked up permanently. He wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
Except for if the...
I mean, it still hurt.
But he's still going through the pain.
I don't think it's a matter of...
He probably
like,
still needs to eat. He probably would die if he didn't eat.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be a matter of, like, you know, oh, I'm not going to have a finger. It's going to be a matter of, like, you cut off my finger and that really hurt. So if you just had to keep cutting off my finger, but it grows back, but you keep cutting, I feel the pain every time, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
It'd be infinite torture.
To compare it to something else we've watched this week, which is Agents of the Shield, Cassius would kill you and just keep bringing you back.
Yeah, I guess.
You know? It's a form of torture.
Be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there needles involved? Because I'd probably just give up.
Yeah, immediately.
Here's the information.
I'd open the thing and it even looks like I'm picking up a needle. You'd be like, "Thermal base is here."
Hey, wait over there.
Yeah.
There's four
I
of us.
turn around. It's like cookies. What?
There's four of us. Danny says, "Do you still think Black Siren can be redeemed?"
It's possible. I don't know if just constantly comparing her to someone else is the right way. I mean, it could be, I guess. Maybe she sees like a role model in the dead Laurel, but
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll change the way they're doing it.
Yeah.
But just that now we have this hesitation kind of aspect from her that we didn't have before. Like last season with Prometheus, she would have just been like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, she wouldn't have cared.
No, not at all.
But now I think that...
And this season, before 2 episodes ago, I don't think she would have cared about killing.
Before 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Is that when the land stuff happened? Or did something else happen 2 episodes ago?
Well, I mean, she... Didn't she, like, she was doing, like, you know, the kiss thing. That was last episode.
That was a criminal, though. He was bad.
Yeah. But, I mean...
I don't know.
I mean...
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the Lance thing happened with the cake. I think that when second guessing happened. But now we saw, like, legit hesitation.
Before this episode, the only hesitation has been against Lance. Hasn't been against anything else.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever seen any hesitation in terms of someone that's not Lance.
Being told that... No. Okay. Being told that she could be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe that's kind of like, could I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't she...
I wouldn't go the hero route. I'd be like, just don't be a bitch.
Didn't someone break the Black Canary statue?
I think so. It was a shitty statue anyway.
If you had to choose between one to stay on Arrow, who would it be, Dinah or Black Siren?
I don't know, and I resent the fact that I have to choose.
Well, what if one had to stay on Arrow and one had to go to Legends?
I might take Laurel to Legends just so we can have the sister dynamic.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Them fighting together.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible if they took Dinah over there, but she still didn't know Laurel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just them fighting, and she's like, you're a lot like my sister. She's like, ah! Shower Folks says, how do you guys like Caden James as a villain compared to past villains?
I think he's great, but only because he's being played by Michael Emerson. I mean, you know, if it was like...
If it was someone else, would you like it as much?
If this was an alternate reality where instead of it being Caden James, it was that chick that was helping them there, you know, from last season or whatever, and she was the one, I'd probably be like, okay, magic hacking again. But I just like Michael Emerson so much, I'm okay with it. So, I mean, he literally has saved the character for me just because I love him so much.
Yeah. He does a good job performing stuff, too, usually. Trying to picture if it wasn't him. I do think I like it more because it's him.
Yeah.
From Lost and Person of Interest and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that they went a different route instead of an archer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know? Like, Dark was a little different. It was kind of like, oh, magic, what are we going to do with this?
Yeah.
But Prometheus was an archer, and Merlin was an archer.
He had Deathstroke as a main villain.
Yeah. He wasn't an archer, I guess, at least. He's the first one that's like, it's a different challenge than what they've had in the past.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely good. It's weird, too, because both this and Flash have gone with this more...
Really smart villain.
Yeah.
Outsmarting your heroics.
Yeah, it's like an outsmarting villain.
Yeah.
Rather than just, like, faster or fighting better. Although last season with Arrow, I felt like was very outsmarty as well, though.
Sure.
Like he was very ahead.
10 step abs. What's he say? 10 steps ahead.
Madani. Oh.
It is kind of like my Castle impression. Get out of my way, Madani.
10 steps ahead, Madani.
Hello, Oliver.
Dude, meeting that guy was so cool. I love meeting him.
Yeah.
Red French Moon says, "Hi guys, I like the season so far, but the writers need to stop the complaining from Team Canary. Like Wild Dog's attitude this episode, it pulls me out of the story, especially the PTSD joke in the Arrow Cave. That's like the only thing for me, like as far as watching.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we need to get together. You know, like okay, let's do it. You know, and then like there's the drama of like Vince and whatnot. Okay, I can understand that, but the fact of like, can we leave here soon?
Sure.
PTSD.
I mean, I have to be as honest as I can when we do these reactions. Like when we did Inhumans and bad things happen, like bad writing, I had fun with it because it was so ridiculous. Arrow, I love Arrow. I know Arrow has the ability to do way better than sometimes this kind of stuff happens, and I find myself rolling my eyes, and I hate that. I hate being that guy, you know? But I can't be like, it's okay, because I don't like it, you know?
Yeah,
so
I get you.
But no, I totally get you about feeling like that's just... Once again, I think it's the side effect of having, you know, these long 20-plus season episodes and not having many ideas to fill it up.
For me, it's the matter of like have your story, but like you don't need stabs like that from characters that just it takes you out.
Yeah,
you know, they've had that a few, and even like sometimes like some of the Curtis jokes, like we talked about that. You said like the suit up joke. You know how many times it does it, kind of like pulls you out because it happens so much.
Sure, I mean,
like,
there's also like, you know, can we have the room? You know, and everybody has to slowly walk away. At least this time, like Oliver and Vigilante went off to the side.
Yeah, I kind of talk with you.
Yeah, or one of the greatest sins over the entire show has been like, English, please. When Felicity says something really complicated and everybody's too stupid to understand what it is, so she has to re-say it in, you know, stupid man terms.
Yeah.
Obviously, that has to happen sometimes, but there's only so many times you can say, like, can you say that in English, please? You know? So it's just another little trope of the show. I don't really mind that one as much, except for, like, you know, the suit-up one was, like, 3 jokes that had already been used so many times in one episode.
I just mean, like, sometimes some of the writing I'm okay with, but when they have elements like that they tossed in, like, it's like, well, that makes me dislike this more because you're doing things like that for it, you know? Like, don't... Like, for this episode, if that PTSD thing wasn't there, I might have been a little better with the way the team was like, oh, we're gonna get together, oh, there's some Vince drama. But, like, Wild Dog had to have that stab for no reason.
Yeah.
It felt like, you know? Like, they're just there trying to stop a bomb, you know, to save the city.
Yeah.
Like, really? That's an issue? Just don't say it. Just leave for a bit. I gotta step out for a bit. Or something. I don't know. Don't even say it. Wild Dog, be quiet. French Moon also said, I don't like when metas listen to orders from a non-meta, but Caden James is a good villain.
Yeah.
It's sad that he's angry over fake news.
Sure. Man, unless this is all some part of a big, more elaborate plan we don't understand, and all that's fake.
Caden James made it to make himself angry, to make him...
There's something going on there, but I get why, you know, Vigilante, it's, you know, he can heal, but it's not like... The one thing is Laurel, is Black Siren. The only reason she's loyal to him is because he saved her off the island. But how do you know that the island thing was happening in the first place, and that she was there, and where to find her, and that she has the power? How does he know any of that stuff? I don't know. This kind of seemed convenient, like, now I'm loyal to him. Well, why? Because he found me when I was done being loyal to the other guy.
Yeah.
So, but no, shouldn't she be like, if she's going to be a villain, why isn't she in charge? Because she could just melt everybody's head at the same time.
Same time?
Yep.
I don't know.
Real loud. She stopped, the other one stopped a train.
Yeah. And then she destroyed a building at one point.
Yeah, but they powered her down. And then Felicity punched her and knocked her out at one time. After she got hit by a car. Remember that? In the Flash episode, she shows up. She's from Earth 2. She destroys the building. Flash comes. They fight. A car hits her. And she gets back up and she's fine. And then when she comes here, she's not that powerful in terms of her scream. And Felicity hits her in the back of the head and she gets knocked out.
I remember a car.
It definitely happened.
Robert says, props to Oliver for not getting pissed that not Team Arrow kept Vince a secret from them for over a week, right after they threw a bitch fit about Oliver keeping back intel for less than a day.
And they said they would share intel. They said that.
Yeah.
No, I get you. Oliver's fine. It's the new Team Arrow stuff that's...
Yeah, Robert says that this fractured team story is ruining the season for me.
Mm-hmm.
We can't search that entire building with half the manpower. Tough shit, Oliver. Vince is extremely capable and has an insane healing factor. We need 3 people to save him. Can you at least give us some T-spheres to help search for the bomb? No.
It's the one time Felicity can't look from a satellite down and see everything.
Right? Like
usually it's like, Oliver, I found the traces of the bomb with some bullshit and
radiation coming from this direction. Maybe
I mean, they can fucking see like heat vision half the time when they're like, 2 unfriendlies behind you, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
One time they need it, can't do it.
They had men throughout the warehouse though.
Yeah.
We figured they'd look and be like, there's a lot more heat over here. But I guess there's a lot of heat where that one bomb was with the people. Johnny says, hey guys.
I'm sorry, but just don't write down where you put your bomb. Why they have to have like okay, we're gonna put the bomb this time. Put it here in the log, Just have a guy with it in the back, just pay him to drive around. And the bomb's never in one spot. I gotta find all these abandoned warehouses, put the bomb in for 10 hours.
What if he crashes?
He won't crash.
How do you know?
He just won't.
Crash in Torchwood.
Go to a parking lot and sit there.
And then you're sitting. Now you don't know where it is.
But don't tell anybody where he's at.
King James wants to know where it's at. What if you can't trust that guy?
Hire a cousin you can trust.
He did. He got killed by Vigilante.
Boots.
Johnny says, hey guys, how did you like how Black Siren killed Vince? I like it this episode took ideas from Dark Knight Rises with the bomb. When you think about, we get the big fight between Oliver and Ricardo. I think that's his name. When do you think we'll get the big fight?
Again, they have not established that he's a fighter at all. Even though I think he is. Every time I see him, he looks badass, but
yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't do much. But I think that with there being an opening of somebody on the team or on the Cabal that's fucking with it, that sounds like they are the ones actually in control. Maybe you could fit that in there.
And SJ's upset with the team with how can they say that Vince died for nothing when only Oliver and Diggle were searching the whole place for the bomb, and the others were risking to save one guy who was a meta instead of saving the city.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were upset. I think that they sent 3 people for Vince instead of sending anything for the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Even having like Curtis go with them, having his T-spheres. Like, send his 2 T-spheres around, they all run around, look for the stuff, there it is, found it, go.
Yeah.
Like, even that could have helped.
I get that those guys, like, we need to trust and be loyal to each other. We'll go with you. I mean, they were just fucking gone for a while in there. I don't know. I just don't find that stuff compelling.
Yeah. Anuk says, do you think that Oliver made the right choice in this episode?
Yeah, 100%. I think, honestly, I feel like the others made a wrong choice. I mean, Oliver's correct when he says, like, this is what we were doing, right? This is what Vince would want us to go take care of this thing.
Yeah.
His entire cover was blown. He's going to want you not to have him making that choice in vain. If anything, that's what happened, right? He didn't die in vain. His sacrifice is in vain because you went after him and not what he was sacrificing his time
not
and
why he did
to
it
be,
all.
So if you kind of think about it, it's almost kind of
I think she
bullshit.
was. I think she was doing it because she felt guilty that he got killed before.
Sure.
With an undercover thing, and she felt like it was her fault because she talked him into staying.
Yeah.
So now he stayed for this, and he's in trouble, and she's like, "Well, we gotta save him before he dies."
When did he change for her? She's like, he changed for me, so I'm gonna change for him.
When he was a vigilante in the beginning of the season, and then they found out who he was, and then he's like, "Well, stop killing people," and then I guess he started sending people in instead of killing them. Remember that?
Okay.
Because, like, you like that? Send that in for you. It was like, I'll have paperwork. Send it to someone else next time.
All right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I would say it's that, I guess.
That's what it is?
Instead of, like, I'm not killing people. I'm sending them to the police.
Okay.
So before he just shot him. Remember he was going to kill that, was that a politician?
Yeah, there was some politician that he had set up. Yeah.
Something like that. So there was...
Okay.
He was badder, and she got him to be gooder, and...
So, in his memory, she will be badder. Okay.
I mean, if he was so bad, but being good, but killing bad people by being bad, then whenever he started getting with Kate and James, he should have just been like, all right, guys, boom, 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 boom. You know? Like, now there's no bomb to blow up. I don't know.
I mean,
he was there when they got a bomb. Like, he should have stopped them from getting that bomb. They got the materials this season, right?
Yeah. If she becomes a
That's why I think
vigilante that murders, does she become a villain?
I mean, she's going into what he was that she saved.
Yeah. I mean, but Oliver has been a vigilante that's murdered plenty of times. You know, like we're kind of going back into just very charted territory with that, just with the added thing of like, well, it's because I'm sad.
I don't know. I feel like there's more to vigilante, that there's something else going to happen.
Yeah.
I just with like he could have done more beforehand. Why is he like? And even if he was killing people back then, and like, oh, I don't want to kill people, I want to catch Kate and James. Like, that's now. You were with him before. Why didn't you kill him before?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you could have killed him before he got the bomb stuff.
No, I get you. And also to bring back up, like, why does Caden let him join the Cabal in the first place? You know, there's a bunch of squirrely stuff, but we're going to be asking a report. Are we done?
Yeah. There's more here.
Sure, let's go
a
through
little
more.
faster.
So yeah, there's some squirrely stuff there, but.
Robert Reyes says, do you have any thoughts on who you think leaked the photo of Oliver and the footage?
I think it's Dragon.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if any of them's capable of doing that kind of stuff, or they could just, Dragon could just hire someone, I guess, to do it. It's Lena.
I mean, a lot of the manpower is his personal ninja army.
Anatoly's men and it's Dragon's men, right? Oliver Sashimi says, I have a possible theory. What if Adrian Chase... what if Siren was given the doctored video by Adrian Chase, who then sent it to Caden James after Adrian's death to frame Oliver. The only detail I don't know is how they met Caden James.
So, like, in case I fail, a backup could be I'll stick Caden James on him.
I mean, there could easily have been something between Adrian Chase and Caden James before, because Caden James is the one who showed up to save Laurel, right? Like, how would he have known she was there unless he just hacked shit and just knew stuff?
He was in a storage container for a long time, and they let him out.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
I don't know. A lot of people upset on the choice to go for Vince. It looks like saving a man with healing powers, but a bomb that can take out an entire city is second.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I get them wanting to be loyal to their team, but yeah, that's really silly. And again, that was the point.
Send 2 and 3 then, or something. Like, send more for the bomb.
Well, that's why I said, like, it seems silly that they emphasize, like, we all have to go for the bomb, or no, we all should go for Vince. And that just kind of set up what seems to be tired drama people don't like.
Martinez says, no offense, but Quentin is a deadass trying to replace
dumbass.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That could be what it is. Dumbass, maybe. It said deadass, but dumbass would make more sense. So no offense, but Quentin is a dumbass trying to replace his daughter with a psychopath. That's beyond crazy and also disrespectful to Laurel when he showed Siren pics of Laurel acting like they are not two whole different people.
Yeah. We kind of talked about that. It just seemed a little squirrely that he would go that way, but how else do you reach a psychopathic meta?
Also, it's someone who looks just like your daughter, who is from another dimension place that had a dad who looked just like you, who died and then became this.
So you're saying, like, hey, there's no reason this couldn't have been you, so why are you now?
Maybe. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if my son died, like, if, let's say Leon died, but then I found another Leon that was bad, and I found out that a lot of what stemmed him to be bad was that he lost me early on in his life, and things just went worse from there. Like, so I feel like I would still want to try, like, maybe not like as a replace, like you are my Laurel, but I don't want to see that Leon be bad, you know, because he lost me early in his life. Even if it wasn't me, but it was another me, you know? Like I can't be necessarily your dad, and you can't be my son, but maybe we can help each other in some way. I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily a replace thing, but I think he's trying to reach her and be like, you don't have to be what you are. Like, look at this. Like, this Laurel was a hero. Like, you could be a hero too. Like, could it be more that way rather than like, look, she's a hero. Be a hero. Be her. You know?
I probably, if I was going for that, I'd probably have been a little more explicit in the dialogue. But, I mean, you can certainly read it that way. I think that works. That works pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just, it comes across as a little strange, just the way it was done here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm just trying to think, like...
No, I get you.
You know, like, if I was in a situation, like, what would I do?
Like, you're holding her up as a role model, not as something, a space that needs filled.
Yeah.
You're saying, like, hey, you could literally be this. You could be better.
Yeah, you don't have to be a villain. You could be a hero. You could be good.
Sure.
Because I would hate to watch, like someone who looks just like my son just killing people and being an asshole. When, like, my real son was, like, someone who was good and high-spirited and whatever else, you know, helping people.
But you know, the thing is that, let's say Laurel's like, you know what? You're fucking right. I could be this. Love me, daddy, you know? And that kind of thing happens. And then he's like, well, wait, I mean, my daughter's still dead. We're friends. Or something like that. And she's like, huh? And then she... Blah, blah, blah. Get the hell out of there.
Dangerous.
You know, it's yeah, you gotta be careful because you know your evil Leon could kill you, and then you have lost Leon, and then yourself from an evil Leon.
I got more kids.
Now they're fatherless.
Now they all gotta fight Leon,
right?
All right. Last thing I see here is who do you think is framing Oliver? We kind of talked about that, but they said my pick is Richard Diaz, revealing himself as Richard Dragon, a badass martial artist, and the main villain of the season.
That could be cool.
I just thought like the end of that kind of went.
That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, it also could be some kind of Prometheus tie-in. You know, like just kind of recording that Oliver plays like, "Hello, Oliver, got you again."
Expect this.
You know. But I'm gonna say for the poll, we could go with like, who do you think is? But I think that it'd be more relevant. Do you think Sobel is dead? Vigilante.
Is Vigilante done?
Is he actually dead and gone? I mean, we didn't get any information about what they did with his body.
Yeah. Like, did they go bury it?
Did they go bury it, anything like that?
They leave it there?
We don't know the extent of his regeneration.
Yeah.
You know, his brains are all scrambled up, but could they just unscramble? You know?
We didn't see a funeral.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Laura, we had a funeral.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't just like, oh, he's dead, and just that was
it's like Humpty Dumpty. Like, eventually it gets to the point where they can't put him back together.
Maybe,
right?
yeah, maybe.
Or he just gets put back together and he's like Wolverine or something.
Maybe they did that with his brain, and now he's all fucked up, and he's going to come back as bad when he was good, but now he's just going to be bad because his brain's all fucked up.
A lot of options. Do you think that Sobel, the vigilante, will be back? Yes or no? I say yes.
I'm going to say yes, because I started like, I think there's more to it.
Yep.
I think there is. I think there's more.
Well, that's good. Go to patreon.com where you can find that poll and all the other polls from all the other shows and all the other weeks and a whole lot of stuff. Also, make sure you guys are going and checking out blindwave.net or blindwavellc.com, which is our new website where you can now access our full length and our early access
early
there.
access is there. There's also community content now too. So if you have like your own reactions to like Arrow or reviews or anything else, you can also post on there.
Yep, you can do that. A lot of fun, and you can find that link down in the description. Okay, and we're done with Arrow.
Until next week.
Yeah, now we're beginning the end card. Patreon is over there. Rick, what are you doing?
Get out of here.
Get out of Rick. Yeah, subscribe over here, and other stuff down in the description where you can find all things Blind Wave.
Get back down there.
Do something. The spoon is not.